I'm Sara Strasser, Professor for Flinders University and Associate Dean in the NT. I am the head of the new Northern Territory Medical Programme. I'd like to tell you a bit about the importance of the remote health experience to training doctors in the NT Medical Programme. Flinders University has been in the Northern Territory for about 15 years, teaching medical students at the end of their training, and in 2009 we had the opportunity to work with the NT government, the federal government and Charles Darwin University in partnership to establish a new NT-based medical program. This means that for the first time Northern Territorians can train to do medicine without having to leave the Northern Territory. The NT-MP has from the first instance been have extra focus on remote medicine and Indigenous health. In 2011 we opened our doors for the first time, and so that we now have medical students in the NT being trained by Northern Territorians for the Northern Territory. In 2011 we were able to run our first remote health experience, and that was a one-day event in Bachelor, and as a result of the very positive feedback that we got from the students and the staff, we have expanded it in the following years to be a 3-day event, now based in Katherine. This is very important for students to be able to learn in remote communities so that they become familiar and comfortable with this remote environment, to learn what they need to know to be a remote health practitioner. And so that it is actually in the first year of their medical training, which is then expanded on in further years, so that as a result of the cumulative experience, they are more likely to be practitioners in remote areas across the NT. So in 2013, we are running the remote health experience in Katherine for the second time. This, of course, doesn't just happen by chance and requires quite a lot of planning. We bring together staff from Flinders University, not only from the Northern Territory, but also South Australia. We bring together Charles Darwin University, Batchelor Institute for Indigenous Tertiary Education, the National Critical Care and Trauma Response Centre, and local health practitioners to sit down together and to plan out the program so that it is going to be successful. And then after the actual event, we sit together again to write a report and to develop some publications to present at academic meetings and inform the medical community about how important this sort of activity actually is. The benefits are huge. For the students, they learn that learning can be fun and doesn't have to just be classroom-based or from a textbook. They learn from the other health professional students that we invite to be part of the program. They learn about their roles and responsibilities and the different underpinning philosophies of the different health professions. And this means that once they are out in practice, they will know how to make the best use of these other health professionals to improve the care of people in the remote communities. They also learn, of course, from the actual event, so from the stations that we set up for them, and what they're learning are procedural skills, cultural skills, communication skills. In fact, of course, we all have a bit of a buzz being out of the classroom. The staff benefit from this as well. And they are learning from each other and also having the interprofessional students with the medical students, all at different stages of learning, so that it is quite a learning experience for our staff as well, to bring it all together and make it meaningful for each individual student. The community certainly benefits. They get an opportunity to showcase Katherine, the health services that are provided here. We include tours of the local hospital, the general practice. We show tours of the local hospital, the general practices and the Aboriginal Medical Service while they're here, and they can be involved in the program either as health practitioners or even as patients demonstrating conditions that they find common here. The community also benefit because we obviously use the local resources in delivering this program. We book out a hotel, we have our meals delivered or produced by local organisations, and we include some free time so that the students and staff often spend some of their money partaking in the local community activities here. Over the years, we have put more and more resources into the communities like Katherine, so that here in Katherine we have a well-established Northern Territory remote clinical school site led by Associate Professor Pascal Detwiller, who's doing a fantastic job of being able to engage the local community in directing the medical education that happens here. And we have now not only a solid unit that's been here for nearly 6 years, but also we have houses and support the local health practitioners developing their own knowledge and skills, and so make them more likely to actually stay here. Next year, we're going to be presenting to the community that we have an NT simulation lab. Only small but vital in terms of training students here and supporting the local healthcare practitioners. Where might we go in the future? Well, the aim of this program, the Remote Health Education Program, is to get the students comfortable, competent and confident with the local facilities, and so more likely to come back here as practitioners once they've qualified. And certainly this fits with studies from overseas that early positive training in rural and remote areas, they are more likely to come back. In the longer term, we would hope that we can expand the 3 days to be more like a month, learning out of the classroom, away from the textbooks, actually in the community and truly engaged with the community to learn what they need to know to be remote practitioners.